Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's episode, we've got two very tricky away matches. Arsenal at home first in the league, and then Montpellier away in the Europa League. So unfortunately, I come into this episode in a terrible mood because the last four games have been absolutely atrocious. You're probably asking what on earth I'm talking about. We come into this episode second in the league, but when I tell you it should be a lot better than this, it's just crazy how bad we've been the last four games. It's been really, really terrible. It started off magnificently after the last episode there, but we really have crumbled. And to think that we could actually finish off this game week down in sixth place is absolutely disgraceful, to be honest. It's been absolutely terrible, and it doesn't get any easier. Arsenal away from home. The team we conceded 10 goals to at the Emirates in just two games last season in the Carabao Cup and the league. And somehow we've got to come here and do some sort of performance because, wow, the last four games been really, really bad. Let's get to the results then. As I said, since the last episode, the start of it went really, really well. Of course, we ended off the episode beating Newcastle 3-0 at home. And as I said in that previous episode there, the month of October was a month of death for us, basically. The amount of hard teams we faced in this month. But we actually won 7 games in a row after beating Newcastle 3-0. We beat Boavista away 4-1 in the Europa League. Bruno with 2 goals and Guiri with 2 goals in that game. After that, we beat Tottenham away 2-1 as well. We went 1-0 up in the 4th minute from Moreno. They got a goal back through Kulusevski penalty. And then we got a goal back to make it 2-1 through a Koric penalty. So that was a nice win. And after that, we faced Man City back-to-back. We scored 7 goals against them. We beat them away in the Carabao Cup Carabao Cup 4th round, 4-1. Very comfortably. It took to the 54th minute to get the first goal. Koric made it 1-0 to us. Less than 30 seconds later, we gave away a penalty, which Rodrigo stepped up and he converted it. But then after that, we scored 3 more goals. 2 goals from the 2 centre-backs, El Idrissi and Alphonse, and another goal from Koric to win the game 4-1 here. It was an amazing win here away to Man City. And after that, it got even better. In the league, we beat them at home 3-2 as well. We went 1-0 and 2-1 up in this game, which was rather annoying, the fact that we gave away 2 leads. They got a player sent off, though, Ruben Diaz, 1 minute after they equalised for the second time. And I went attacking in the game. I was seeking that winner. And fortunately, in the 90th minute, Guiri got us that winner. And we beat Man City back-to-back in the Carabao Cup and the league, which is very nice. Talking of the Carabao Cup quarter-final, we got quite a favourable draw as well. At home, I say favourable draw. No game is favourable for us right now. But at home to Fulham, realistically, we should be winning that game in the quarter-final. And then we've got a big chance of winning the Carabao Cup this season. Never got through to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. The furthest we got through to a cup competition was last season when we got to the FA Cup final with Portsmouth at least. So, got a big chance in the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we don't blow that opportunity. You know what happened last season in the FA Cup. Beat Man City in the FA Cup semi-final, then lost the final to Brighton, of course. So hopefully we don't repeat that at home to Fulham. After beating Man City twice in a row, we played Club Brugge at home, beat them 4-1 very comfortably. Goals from Grana and Pellegrini and 2 goals from Bruno as well in that game. And after that, we played Aston Villa away, beat them 4-1 as well. Very comfortable win. Nesta Ross with a hat-trick in this game. He truly is back. And Koric with a goal as well. And this is when it all went pear-shaped. Don't ask me why. There is a big coincidence though. And I'll tell you about that now. For these 4 games here, Wolves, Hoffenheim, West Ham and Norwich, we were missing Koric and Edson for all 4 of those games. And for 3 of those games, Hoffenheim, West Ham and Norwich, we were missing Koric, Edson and Nesta Rocha as well. So, I don't think it's a coincidence the fact that we haven't won the last 4 games. We've only scored 2 goals in 4 games. And we've had Edson, Koric and Rocha out. But we can't use that as an excuse because the rest of the team should be good enough to beat these teams. We lost at home to Wolves, which is, funnily enough, our only home defeat in all competitions for 364 days. The last time we lost at home was at home to Man United on the 22nd of November 2031, which was last season. So it came as a bit of a shock, to be honest, losing at home to Wolves 2-0. We were 1-0 down through Mbamba in the 43rd minute. Went attacking in the second half, was really trying to seek that equaliser. Without Koric and Edson, no one's scoring goals in our team. And they they punished us on the counter-attack and Gordon made it 2-0. We lost that game. Very shocking. After that, I underestimated Hoffenheim, it has to be said. I rested a lot of players in this game and we lost this game 1-0. Julio Enciso, the one kid who plays for Brighton in real life, he scored in this game against us. He should have got a hat-trick, to be honest, and we were lucky it was only 1-0. So it took 364 days for a home defeat. We get a home defeat and then we lose back-to-back home games. So, yeah, really, really shocking. After that, another disappointing defeat. This time away to West Ham. We lost this game 2-1. Went 1-0 up in the game as well through Acosta. But 4 minutes later, they equalised. And in the 85th minute, we gave away a penalty. And we lost the game 2-1. So that was shocking as well. And it gets even worse. I thought, you know what? We can't drop points at home to Norwich. Surely that's the end of this poor run of form. We beat Norwich at home. Give ourselves some confidence against Arsenal. No, we didn't. Didn't do that. We went 1-0 up through Bruno for a penalty. But look at that. The 93rd minute, Carboni with an equaliser. I knew what was coming as soon as I saw the highlight pop up in the 92nd minute. I knew what was going on. How poor it had been recently. I knew it was going to happen. And they equalised. And now it's 4 games without a win. So won 7 games in a row, including 2 matches against Man City, Newcastle at home, away to Tottenham, and Aston Villa away from home. Then we face Wolves, Hoffenheim, West Ham and Norwich. And we get 1 point in those 4 games. So yeah, we come into this episode in a really poor run of form. I just called the team for a team meeting, try and get them to buck their ideas up to try and face Arsenal here because, to be honest, the way it's gone the last 4 games, we don't seem to have a hope in hell of getting a result here away to Arsenal. Hopefully they can surprise me, but I highly, highly doubt it. As I said, missing Coric, Edson and Rocha for the final 3 games, and Coric and Edson missing for the final 4 games. It's really proved its toll on us, to be honest. 2 goals scored in 4 games. When you look at the amount of goals scored before that point, it seems like we need to really add some players to the squad because the backup players we have, Bruno, Pellegrini, Guiri, they're not doing the business for us. And we cannot have this anytime Coric or Edson or both of them are injured. So we need to buck our ideas up starting in this episode. And also, the fact that we lost at home to Hoffenheim in the last Europa League game, this game away to Montpellier is absolutely massive as well. If we lose this game, then we can be knocked out of Europa League phase because you've got to think we are facing AC Milan away in the final game of the league phase as well. So, yeah, I don't understand how in 4 games it could go this bad. Also, if we would have beat Wolves at home in that game week, we would have gone 6 points clear at the top. And now look at us, we're 2 points off Arsenal, who are leading the league now. And realistically, we'll be 5 points off them come into the episode. So any dreams of some sort of title win this season has been diminished in just 3 league games. The fact that we couldn't beat Wolves, West Ham or Norwich is just absolutely criminal. But anyway, let's get to the first game then. Away to Arsenal. Can we pull up a surprise? Well, let's find out. And in terms of the team sheet for the Arsenal game, we've got Lopez in goal, Booth right back, and Dequia left back, Alphonse and El Idrissi centre backs. Then we've got Granit and Moreno as 2 DMs, Acosta as attack midfielder, Gonzalez on the right, Guiri on the left, and Bruno up front. So yeah, as you can imagine, with 4 games without a win, no one in the team is playing particularly very well, to be honest. Lopez, he hasn't been too bad, to be honest. He hasn't really been a weak link. Booth hasn't been good enough in recent times, it has to be said. Nor has Alphonse. A couple of mistakes in a couple of games as well. He hasn't been good enough. Gonzalez, by the way, he has been absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. 6.42 in his last 5 games. Absolutely abysmal. And a 6.76 overall this season. He really needs to start getting a grip. Otherwise, he could be on the transfer list. Absolutely terrible. Acosta as well has been nowhere near good enough. Nothing like himself in the last 5 games. Guiri hasn't been doing the business for us. And Bruno, terrible as well. 6.56 in his last 5 games. As I said, we're missing Coric, Rocha and Edson. Really missing them in the last 4 games. Edson, thankfully, is back on the bench for today's game. So hopefully he can feature at some point. I'm not going to risk starting him for the game. Coric is still injured, unfortunately. He'll be back to training tomorrow. So hopefully he can feature against Montpellier. And Rocha has got another 4 to 9 days left. So the good news is they're almost back from injury. Also, Guevara has been injured for a few weeks as well. He has sprained his knee ligaments again. And again, his stamina has gone down. Last time he did this knee ligaments, his stamina went down from 16 to 13. Got it back to 17. And now he sprained his knee ligaments again. And I think it was 2 seasons ago now when he sprained his knee ligaments. He sprained it. He was out for 6 weeks at a time, but he got injured 3 times in a row. So he was out for consecutively 17 weeks in a row pretty much. And he's just done it again, out for 5 weeks. Let's hope it is not the similar thing as what happened 2 seasons ago because, well, it's not great, is it? Not great at all. And look at that. Coric, his last 5 games are 7.92. Edson, his last 5 games are 7.58. And Russia are 7.3. Boy, do we miss these 3. I'm not expecting anything in this Arsenal game, to be honest. I'm not going to put too many harsh words on the team if we lose this game. But the Montpellier game is massive for us. Hopefully Edson and Coric can feature at that game at some point. But anyway, Arsenal away from home. Last season we lost to them 6-3 and 4-1 at the Emirates Stadium. Can we do something different here? Well, let's find out. Before we get started with this first game though, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and it'd be much appreciated. So let's get started then. Away to Arsenal. I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I'm just very, very realistic about this game. And I'm expecting a defeat and probably a heavy defeat, to be honest. 2 goals in the last 4 games. As I said, it's no coincidence that Coric, Edson and Rocha have been missing for those 4 games. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. That Norwich draw there was just the icing on top of the cake, to be honest. Because Wolves are a good team. They've been battling us out for top 6 the last couple of seasons. And away to West Ham is obviously a tricky game as well. But so I can accept the fact that we lost those 2 games. Maybe not so much the Wolves home defeat. But home to Norwich, got me winning that game. Anyway, Grana with a lovely tackle 5 minutes in. That was absolutely disgusting. I don't know how that player's leg is not hanging off, to be honest. And already, what an absolutely disastrous start to this match. We are down to 10 men just 5 minutes in. The bad times just keep going and going and going, don't they? Now, what on earth do we do? Well, you know what? Let's just play like and put Acosta as a box-to-box midfielder. Not really his best role, but if we weren't going to lose this game at the start of the game, we're definitely going to lose the game now. Grana, what an absolute donut. All the players are frustrated. They don't know how to cope without Coric and Edson. We don't know how to function without them. And that's a big worry, to be honest, because God forbid they ever get injured at the same time, which they have done. And look what happens. Look what happens. We would have definitely scored a goal against either Wolves or Hoffenheim with Coric and Edson fit. So who knows what the results could have been. And also at home to Norwich. Needed that second goal. Didn't get that second goal. And we got punished for it, didn't we? This could be a long old game now, couldn't it? Wow. Should be 1-0, to be honest. That was pretty much just a gift there for Enzo Fernandez. Arsenal are the defending champions, by the way. Arteta is still the manager. And they've won 2 of the last 3 league titles. So that shows what sort of task we've got on our hands here now. I said it was difficult enough as it. Oh my word, Lopez! What reflexes that was, by the way. If somehow some miracle happens, we draw the game 0-0 at the end. That is the save we'll be looking back on. Lopez with great piece of goalkeeping. Anyway, this is one of our chances where we can actually get something in the game here with a corner. Bruno to take it, who hasn't been good enough. Alphonse, oh my word, he met the header. 6'7" giant Alphonse should be doing better there. You know, this is probably our only chance to salvage some sort of miracle out of the game, is something from a corner or a free kick, and we had a big opportunity there. Anyway, here's Serginho Dest. Booth wins the tackle there, cleanly as well. Looked like a nice tackle, and can something be made of this now, Booth? No. Yeah, Bruno, I'm not happy with him. I'm not happy with him. Nowhere near good enough, this Bruno. Terrible. Pellegrini as well. Mr. Reliable. Seems like he can't be relied on anymore. I'm expecting a penalty to be given away at some point. I feel like we've given away a penalty in like every single game, to be honest. Anyway, that goal has finally come. I think this game was just pretty much a write-off, to be honest. Away to Arsenal was tricky enough, as I said. Down to 10 men after 5 minutes. No hope in hell. So I'm not going to bother changing anything. Not going to cautious. Not doing anything. What is the point in this game? Let's just write this game off. And just hope for better against Montpellier, I guess. Terrible period for us, this. Out of nowhere as well, as I said. Out of nowhere. Started off the season so well. So well. And just, well, I say out of nowhere. It's just, it's pretty obvious what happened, isn't it? It's pretty obvious what happened. Coric, Edson and Rocha all got injured at the same time. Absolutely disastrous. 2-0 now in this game. Shall we go to only commentary? I think we should go to only commentary. I don't think we need to see this anymore. Don't think we need to see this anymore. I don't want to see it. Get off. Get off my screen. Well, it's 3-0 now. I've gone to only commentary. It took 2 minutes for him to get a third goal. This could get very ugly, this one. Could get very ugly. Odegaard with a goal. Just, let's just write this game off. Just, this is not good for the team morale, is it? Not good. Granner, what an idiot this Granner is. He's getting fined a 2 weeks' wages, honestly. What has he done there? That is the last thing we need after 6 minutes getting a red card. Absolutely shocking. I think I'm going to give the team the silent treatment at half-time as well. Nothing needs to be said at half-time. Nothing needs to be said. Let's give them the silent treatment. Proceed. Nope. You don't deserve a team talk. Don't deserve it. I'm not going to say that we could have got something out of the game if Granada didn't get sent off, because I still thought we'd lose the game, to be honest. But that's just absolute disaster start, isn't it? Absolute disaster start. You know what? 30 minutes to go. Might as well take some players off now. Somehow, I don't know how, but Alphonse has got a 7 rating today. Very, very bizarre. Gonzalez, honestly, look at the state of him. Look at the state of this bloke. 6.2. Absolute. Oh my word. What a terrible, terrible footballer. Absolutely awful. You know what? Let's take Bruno off. Let's bring Edson on for him. Actually, you know what? Let's put Bruno on the right. Let's take Gonzalez off. He can clear off. Who else can we bring on here? Acosta's tired. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Kieran Paul. Why not? Nothing to lose now. Doesn't really matter who we bring on and who we take off. Let's take on Jimenez as well. Let's take him on for El Idrissi. You know, let's bring on De Jong for Booth as well. 4 substitutions. I don't care about this game anymore. As I said, it was over when Granada lunged in like an absolute maniac. Should be put in prison for some sort of challenge like that. It was absolutely disgusting, wasn't it? I've never seen such a disgusting tackle on FootballManager before. As I said, I don't know how the player leg wasn't hanging off there. Or somehow we've kept it reasonably respectable up until the 82nd minute mark. And somehow we've got some match momentum as well. Is it 4-0 now? It is 4-0 now. Who scored the goal then? Gomez, it seems like. Lopez was not the greatest piece of goalkeeping there. 4-0 though, it doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter. Well, I've gone back on key highlights to make sure it's set up properly for the Montpellier game. You never know what could happen from kickoff. And 30 seconds to go. Probably not going to lead to anything, but let's see what happens here. I'm not going to say it's a terrible performance by us, to be honest, because as I said, Granada gets sent off after 6 minutes. There's not much that can be done after that point away to the champions, but still not nice to lose 4-0, of course. Now 5 games without a win, and 2 goals scored in 5 games now. Look at the state of that, though. 28 shots, 11 on target, 4.18 XG. I don't know what's going on with Gonzalez, and I don't know what's going on with Bruno as well, but these two seem like they can't play football right now. I'm going to point the finger. Let's not annoy them too much. It's not really working, is it? Keep shouting at them too much. I've thrown the water bowl probably the last 4 games and it hasn't led to anything, basically. But yeah, not a great start to the episode, it has to be said. We're 5 points off Arsenal in top of the league now, and also gone below Man City as well. So, as I said, the dreams of a title finish has been diminished in pretty much 5 games. Obviously, we need to buck our ideas up to start thinking about a top 4 race as well. But look at this. We're only 4 points clear of 9th place now. To think we almost went 6 points clear at the top, and this has happened. But the good news is Coric, Edson and Rocha are all on the way back to full fitness, because boy do we need them. Montpellier away coming up next. Probably the biggest game of the Europa League so far. We cannot afford to lose this game. Can we get a draw or a win? We'll find out in a sec. Well, despite being on this terrible run of form the last 5 games, for some reason the board haven't noticed and they just offered me a new contract. I've signed a new 5-year contract with Portsmouth. Of course, the expectations keep going up and up. To be fair, the expectations for this season don't seem too out of the too extreme, shall I say, to be honest. Reached the latter stage of the Europa League, Premier Division top half finish, latter stage of the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. But it's starting to get really ambitious now, the Portsmouth board, so I need to grow with the board as well, which obviously we're doing right now, but it needs bad times to continue to come. I certainly am not unsackable, that is for sure. But the end of 2037 is qualified for the Champions League. Hopefully we can get that plan done this or next season, but yeah, things aren't looking good for us, are they? But up now is Montpellier away from home in the Europa League. This is a very, very crucial game for us. As you can see, we're sitting 6th. With 4 wins and 1 loss so far. We're 11 on points with Sparta Prague. We're 9th in the group. I think, well, we're guaranteed to go either through to the playoff or straight through to the knockout round. But of course, we don't want to be playing in the playoff. We want to be playing straight into the knockout round. So I think for the sake of the knockout round, this is a must-win game for us away to Montpellier. They're sitting 12th in the group. They've got only 2 points less than us, though, so they beat us today. They'll leapfrog us. I think a draw is not a terrible result for us here, but with AC Milan away on the final group game. That makes you think we have to win this game, but 5 games without a win now. It doesn't look likely, does it? It doesn't look likely. Anyway, let's get started then. Away to Montpellier. Can our bad run of form stop now? Well, let's find out. In terms of the team sheet for today's game, well, De Jong comes back in at right back for Booth, who's been terrible in recent times with 6.58. Not saying De Jong has been amazing, but he's been better than Booth, and Booth can get out of the first team. Did El Idrissi start in the last game? Not entirely sure. He starts today nonetheless. Alphonse definitely started in the last game. Verfalli comes in at left back though to replace Andaquia. Iliev comes back into the first team. Probably the best player in the last 5 games or so with 7.12. He hasn't really dipped in form too much, to be honest. He replaces Grana, who of course is suspended for the league games. Not suspended for the Europa League, but he doesn't deserve to start the game after that shocking red card, does he? Moreno starts there as ball midfielder as well. Gonzalez, well, despite being absolutely horrific with 6.36 in 5 games, I haven't really got any other option for the right wing because Bruno has just picked up a slight injury, unfortunately. He's out between 4 days, so got no one who can play on the right wing apart from Gonzalez, so he would be out the team, but he's lucky the fact that everyone else is injured. Costa starts attacking midfield as well, but he needs to get a grip. He's been terrible recently. Andre is back up there, has been terrible as well, 6.62, so Acosta stays in for that. Edson is back into the team, which is absolutely fantastic. He starts today's game. Boy, have we missed him. Could he be the difference in today's game? Possibly. And Guiri starts up front as well, with Edson taking up his normal position on the left-hand side. Also, good news, Koric is back on the bench as well. Thank goodness he's back from injury as well. Unfortunately, though, Rocha is still slightly injured. He'll be back in 3 days, so that is great as well, because we need to get Gonzalez out of the team, that is for sure. And unfortunately, Guevara just come back from injury, and then he got a virus. So now he's out for another 2 weeks with a virus. At least he's not spraying knee ligaments, and hopefully he rests at home, keeps his feet in the bed, watches plenty of Netflix shows, and he'll come back to full fitness as well. But anyway, guys, away to Montpellier. Can we finally win a game? Our first win in 6 games? Well, let's find out. Well, let's be honest, if Montpellier are finishing 5th or 6th in the French League 1, we're finishing 6th in the Premier League, we've got to be confident about this game, but to be honest, I'm not confident about any game right now, the way we are playing. So, yeah. If we were playing well, we're very confident about this game, and the way we've been playing, not so confident. Anyway, what is going on here with the kits? Very, very similar. Kind of hard to see who's who. But anyway, here's De Jong. Can we score a goal as well? It'd be nice to score a goal. 2 goals scored in 5 games. Gonzalez, the useless. He scored, but I'm pretty sure he's offside. He looks offside. As I say, he's been awful. Absolutely atrocious recently. Gonzalez, really, really poor. He needs to step up. He's a team leader in the dressing room. Oh my word, he has scored. Gonzalez, you're back. Nice to see you, Gonzalez. That's his first goal of the season as well. Oh my word. Give him a warning. Well, I've given plenty of warnings in recent times, Gonzalez. Plenty of fines as well. But somehow, he's managed to turn up early on this game. We're 1-0 up. We're leading the game. What's happening? Iliev, oh my word, what a strike from Iliev that was. That was absolutely ridiculous. If that would have gone in, then surely the goal of the season for Europa League would just be shut down completely, because that was absolutely unbelievable. Look at Gonzalez with 7.5. Boy, am I happy to see that. Boy, am I happy to see that. It still doesn't take away his pathetic run of form, though, this season. He needs to do a lot more than that to get my trust back. And Rocha is straight back in the team. Even if he scores a hat-trick today, Rocha is back in the team. But it's nice the fact that he scored a goal. 23 minutes in, 1-0 up in the game. It would be nice to get a second goal here. It would be so amazing to get back and win in ways. It really would. Obviously, this game is very important for the Europa League, but it's also important for the confidence as well. To get it back to confidence, you know, win a game. Koric and Edson coming back, Rocha coming back as well. The slight blip could be over with. But anyway, oh my word, how on earth is that not 1-1? How did that stay out? Lopez with, well, I thought it was poor bit of goalkeeping, but maybe it was an amazing save after all, because he's parried it onto the bar somehow. Been quite a few highlights in this first half, but not too many chances created apparently. Yeah, only 3 shots apiece, 1 shot on target apiece. We've got 0.1 XG as well. I think that Gonzalez effort was a bit better than 0.1 XG, but anyway, what do I know? 1 minute to go before half time. Back on the highlight again. Oh my word, I thought there was no penalty given away. Penalties given away, it looks like it's happening for fun in this season, to be honest. Anyway, De Jong is running forward with the ball. He's carried the ball very well. There's Iliev to Gonzalez, the goal scorer. Guiri looks offside. He's scored anyway. He looks offside, though. You can't get away with 2 of them. It's impossible. 2 VAR checks in 1 game going your way. Nah, it's never happened before. Never happened before. Can't happen. Definitely disallow this. Yeah, knew it was. He looked offside, didn't he? Saying that though, I did say that Gonzalez looked offside, and clearly he wasn't, but Guiri definitely looked offside here. Yeah, he was definitely offside, quite far offside. Gonzalez almost with a goal and assist in the first half though. Not the greatest of first halves, has to be said, but let's not get too carried away with ourselves. Let's just take a 1-0 lead at half time. That will do me. A win, any sort of win would be very happy. Alright, second half gets underway here. Can we win a game? Can we win a game? Such an important game as well. Hopefully we can beat Slavia Prague at home, and then doesn't really matter if we go in the AC Milan game. Hopefully we're qualified already. That would be nice. Anyway, Charles make it 2-0 here. It's for Fally. Edson. Oh, no, keeper gathers it there. Could have led to a bigger opportunity for us, that, to be honest. Stay on the highlight here, though. Alfonsi wins the header. Now here's Moreno to Iliev. Good signing, Iliev. Really good signing. Cheap and really impressive. Still young as well. Anyway, here's Edson. He's back. Edson, you're back. Oh, my God. He's a bit rusty. He's been injured. Let's not be too harsh on Edson. Still on the highlight, though. De Jong shooting. Should have really cut it back, to be honest. Yeah, Edson's a little bit rusty. Let's not be too harsh on him. But Edson fully fit. That's a goal, guaranteed. He's been brilliant this season. Absolutely brilliant. He just keeps getting better and better and better, Edson. Really does. Him and Koric are so important for us right now. It's crazy. Anyway, let's start the second half here. We've been quite dominant, to be honest. Gonzalez. Lovely touch, Gonzalez. Oh, my word. Where's he been this season? Where has he been this season? What a turnaround in this game by Gonzalez. What a touch and finish that was from him. It's 2 goals in this game for Gonzalez. He's been absolutely atrocious. Almost unusable. He would not be starting this game if Bruno didn't get injured. But thankfully, he has started the game and he scored 2 goals for us. What a goal that is. 2-0. Come on, Gonzalez. I knew you had ability still. I knew there was still a player in there. There he is again. He's on a hat-trick. I don't think he's ever scored a hat-trick, Gonzalez. Anyway, looking very good finally again. Come on, boys. Get the confidence back. Get a couple more goals here. Here's Edson to Moreno. He passes it to Fally. Takes a deflection. Now here's Edson with the ball. To Moreno. Iliev shoots. Takes a deflection and it's 3-0. Get in there. Get in there. It's going to VAR, but... Oh, Guiri's the scorer. I thought it was a deflection. Maybe it is disallowed. You already had 1 goal disallowed in this game, Guiri. Is he going to get a second? He is going to get a second. It's only 2-0 still. Oh, wow. How disappointing. Check this one out again. Iliev shoots. Is he offside, though? Is he offside, though? Debatable, isn't it? Who's drawn those lines? I have no idea. Anyway, Edson. We don't want him getting injured again. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Koric. Let's give him some game time. Put Guiri on the left. Put Koric up front. Acosta's tired again. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Andre. That'll do for now. Also got a big game coming up in just 3 days at home to local rivals Brighton. They've been terrible so far this season, sitting in the relegation zone, so got to rest some players as well. Moreno, it's very important that he gets a rest. Let's bring Grana on for him. Who else can we rest here? Well, we could do with resting Gonzalez, to be honest, but we've got no one to bring on for him. Strange I'm saying that, resting Gonzalez. He was just unusable just a matter of 5 minutes ago, but now he seems to be usable again. Who else can we take off here? Iliev. Yeah, you know what, let's take off Iliev. Let's bring on Kieran Paul for him as well. 18 minutes to go. Can we hold on to this 2-0 lead here? The second half's been really dominant from us. A third goal really seals the deal, I think. Andre to take the corner. He's been terrible recently. Can he get assist, though? He can't, but it comes back to him. What's Koric doing back there? Guiri, got to be a goal. Is that a third goal disallowed, or has he finally got his goal in the game? He's finally got his goal in the game. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I think it's because my strikers normally take the corners. Koric should not be back there, to be honest. He should not be lingering there. I need to sort it out after this game, sort the set pieces out. Saying that, though, Koric did kind of set up the goal, didn't he? But, yeah, you can just strike it in the box for the corners, that is for sure. Lovely performance, though. Lovely performance. And is it a coincidence that Edson and Koric are back and we've started winning games? I know Edson and Koric haven't been involved in any of the goals, but maybe it's just their presence on the pitch that's got us this win here today. And thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. We're back to winning ways. What was I worried about? We absolutely battered Montpellier in this game. That second half was completely dominant. And it just took, Gonzalez. Everyone saw, the weakest player in the team right now. He can score 2 goals. We can all do something here. We won the game 3-0. Very nice win. And we're back to winning ways. Thank goodness for that. Well, now it's looking a lot better for us, especially in the Europa League campaign. A win at home to Slavia Prague. I wouldn't say, where are Slavia Prague, by the way? 23rd in the group, 6 points of 6 games. At home to them, we really should be winning that game, let's be honest. A win at home to Slavia Prague, well, I don't think it guarantees qualification, but a win at home to Slavia Prague, I think we're in a very good position, to be honest. And AC Milan lost as well, away to Galatasaray. And it seems like if we can beat Slavia Prague, draw away to AC Milan, we guarantee qualification. So now we suddenly have hope again to qualify automatically for the knockout round. And yeah, thank goodness for that. As I said, nice win there. Away to Montpellier, 3-0, 2 goals for Gonzalez, and also a clean sheet. Well, now after that win away to Montpellier, I've got my optimism back for the season, and I'm starting to think that maybe we can start climbing the league again. We've dropped down to 4th in the league, which of course is not disastrous, but the way it started for us to be only 3 points clear of West Ham in 9th is, yeah, pretty terrible. 5 defeats already this season as well. That's not good, is it? Not good at all. But yeah, you look at the fixtures coming up for us, we have got hope to turn it around. With Edson back, Koric back, and Rocha coming back as well, we should be confident about the next few games. Look at the games we've got coming up. Home to Brighton, they're sitting 18th. We've got Fulham at home in the Carabao Cup quarter-final as well. Home to Brentford are sitting 19th. Home to Leicester are sitting 16th. We've got Fulham away are 17th. And then at home to Leeds, who are 15th, to finish off the month of December. All the games are coming within 3 days of each other pretty much. But if you look at those games there, the next 6 games, 5 of them are at home, including one in the Carabao Cup quarter-final and away to Fulham as well. We've got to end the month of December very strongly, especially due to the fact that, look at the month of January for us. We've got to face Newcastle away, Man United at home, AC Milan away, and Chelsea away in the month of January. So I'm hoping now we've got back to winning ways. Away to Montpellier 3-0. We've got our big players coming back as well. Hopefully we can start to go for a little run together again in the league and start to cement that top 4 position again and not start falling down the leagues. Hopefully that does happen for the next episode, guys. In terms of the next episode, well, I'll bring you back for those games away to AC Milan and away to Chelsea. Hopefully we can go into that episode in a good run of form. Obviously the month of December on paper it looks quite easy for us, but when you say that, Wolves, West Ham and Norwich looked quite easy for us as well. So hopefully this Montpellier win really does strike us back into action. And then maybe we can do something away to Newcastle or home to Man United with a bit of confidence with all our key players at the club. We shall see what happens. But yeah, nice to finally end on a high there. It started off terribly. Granit getting sent off after 6 minutes and losing 4-0 away to Arsenal. But we've ended on a high. We're back to winning ways. Now hopefully this is the start of a good run of form again. And we can start dreaming maybe about winning the league title again. We shall see. Let's not get carried away. But getting back to winning ways is really, really nice. Anyway, guys, that is the end of this video. Please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It really helped me out. And you much appreciated. Thanks again for watching. And I'll see you for the next one.